This tank, I believe, if I remember right, it's the Cromwell or the Comet. Okay, it's the Cromwell. UK. See, crew of 5. Just a big, blocky tank. Let's see if we can see something in there. Actually, it looks pretty roomy. Then again, it's big and blocky. It doesn't have the sloped armor that takes up room. Panzerfaust, 2 different types. American bazooka. And then more anti-tank. Okay. Just walk by the artillery pieces. Pack 38. This is a French, I'm not sure what that is. And that's a Soviet artillery piece. Yep, and there's that Sherman Firefly that I saw just a few minutes ago. With that camouflage barrel. Just to break up the silhouette. The Sexton. And a machine shop truck. See the lathe is back there. Looks Sherman with a crane on the front of it. Obviously an amphibious vehicle. I think it's called the Duck. German artillery piece. M3 Grant. Definitely, I already know this from the movie Sahara with Humphrey Bogart. And the name of that tank was Lulabelle. Edward and I were talking about that, if I was remembering correctly, and it is Lulabelle. And then, of course, the remake with Jim Belushi, or John Belushi, one of them. So. British Scout car. Gonna zoom in. Cool the way that Bren gun mounts up there. I'll zoom in a little bit more. That is a crazy mortar, 120mm mortar. Huge. That base plate, I'd hate to carry that base plate. And British reconnaissance car. I'd have to say, I'd probably want to be infantry rather than being a vehicle. And this is not common to see, that's for sure. This tank is absolutely mammoth. This is the ISU 152. Crew of 5, which is surprising it's not 1 or 2 men more. But just absolutely crazy. I'll take a walk to this side of the tank. I need to step back because it's just absolutely huge. I have to say we're lucky. It's only Edward and me. Ed's sitting down while I'm taking this video because we've already been through the museum. So I just wanted to take some quick video. Although this turned out not to be very quick. And we'll just finish up here. And this is the Valentine, used by the Soviets and the British. Crew of 3. And used primarily, it says, on all fronts in North Africa, but outdated in 1944. And then 2,000 of these were made. And a Renault, crew of 2. I guess their version of the Bren gun carrier. And this actually drops down to protect them. And this is kind of a visor type thing. Slides down and they look out these slits. So a very small French vehicle. And of course it's French because it's got a bunch of wine bottles in the back. I love their style. That's exactly what I would have done. So it's pretty funny. And the trailer has tracks. It's not motorized, just has tracks. Huh, interesting. So a good view of the engine compartment in this tank. Matilda. And then the final display at the front of the door on the left side. This is I'll just pan over here, you can see what that is. And this is a Renault tank that was taken over by the Luftwaffe, remarked, and it appears to have all original German markings. You can see the MG34 in the front. I gotta say, the finish, the bluing, even on the bipod, looks factory fresh. That looks amazing. And this is that French tank, the Renault. And 3,000 of these were made, or captured. Yep, and reused as ammunition transporters and other things. And as it says, it still bears Luftwaffe markings. So what do you think, Ben? That's got to be original paint, eh?
The only thing that keep me from saying that is because of a little desert.
But you know what? think it was captured in North Africa.
What was it, capital?
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yeah. All right, and I think we're out of here. What do you think, Edward? Did you have a good time?
Define good time.
That's always the question. But all right, we're gonna move on and we're gonna head out. All right, a turret off of a Matador. And you can see impacts. But the cool part is this is where they do their restoration. So you can see Vehicle Restoration Center. And the tanks that are leaving empty spots inside the museum that we just left, they're actually being restored. I shouldn't say being restored. They're doing maintenance on them, getting them ready for the 80th anniversary of Bastogne, so which is December 14th or so. And some of these tanks also were down in Normandy, from what the person who works here was saying. So they actually bring them to Normandy for the 80th and then bring them back. So I'll try to zoom in. Hopefully it's not too blurry. So, but that's where the maintenance is done on these tanks. And we're gonna head out and move on to the next museum.